Hi, very big welcome to Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. It's our evening broadcast of Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. First of all, I want to take a very big thank you to everybody that subscribes to the channel, that tunes into the channel, that watches the show. I want to say I'm grateful. Thank you very much for choosing us. If you are new, do want to subscribe to the channel and turn on notification. Do want to turn on notification. Turn on notification. I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you in the comment section. Do what to do so, and then let us hear from you. Today, there's a lot to unpack. I remember about a couple of months ago, I told people that Kai Havertz is a very important player. Very important player. For a lot of people, Kai Havertz is a testament of how it is important for teams to be patient with players and not necessarily just write them off. He is an important player. Some of us saw it years ago. Some of us said you ought to be patient with a player. You can't just wake up and call the bluff and say he's not good enough. You have to be very patient with him. And today, Arsenal are reaping the importance of him. While he was at Chelsea, he was important. He has always been that important player. He's a player for the big games and the big moments. And in a settled team, he always comes clutch. Today, he was very important for Arsenal. And he has shown everybody the importance of a team like that. We'll talk about Kai Havertz. We'll talk about everybody. We'll talk about Chelsea's 6-pointer game. We'll talk about tactical analysis for that game. We'll talk about, of course, International Milan and then the games that are going on in there. But we'll start with Manchester United. So, I was saying a while ago on the live that Manchester United are that team that gets the wins. They're able to struggle and navigate the wins because for them, they have very good characters and personalities. They are not the best team tactically. They are not the best team even in terms of patterns and of play and stuff like that. But they have the personalities and the characters in the team. When you look at the likes of Bruno Fernandes, when you look at the likes of Alejandro Garnacho, when you look at somebody like Marcus Rashford, they're able to turn up when it matters most and get a goal for Manchester United. And that's exactly what happened against Everton. Everton were excellent, especially in the middle of the park. Abdoulaye Doucouré and then Amadou Onana were excellent in winning second balls, being more aggressive, being more combative. They won most of the balls. They were better on and off the ball in terms of being a physical specimen and stuff like that. In and out of possession, they were brilliant. But whilst they did all of these things, they failed to convert the chance at the top of goal for them. Bright, McNeil, Beto were not good enough in converting chances. And then, of course, when the tide turned, the Manchester United used the ball carrying ability of Alejandro Garnacho from deep. They got 2 excellent penalties, and I thought that was cheap. Manchester United converted it expressly with Bruno Fernandes, and then of course Marcus Rashford got in the job done in there. Now, that's exactly how Manchester United season have been, and that's where they get their quality from. Why they are still going up in this season. I just still think that they ought to be a little bit more patient with Eric Ten Hag, make a decision on him later, not now, and then putting the sporting structure together before that decision is finally being made. At the end of the day, I think that Eric Ten Hag isn't a bad manager, albeit the system at United is broken and that has to be fixed before you can make a proper analysis on the coach, and that takes some time. So that's with Manchester United. In the International Milan, also in the Italian Serie A, got that very important win against Bologna. Bologna coming into this game under Thiago Motta had won 5 games against Sassuolo, against Hellas Verona, against Lecce in the Italian Serie A, and then for Sinon, they had gotten all important wins in there. But then they met International Milan, and it was just a solitary goal. I have to tell you that game was very close game. A lot of tactical shape-ups, but then Inter had a lot of quality, and then they got a goal from outside centre back, and then Bisek got the goal, and then made it very good for International Milan in there for them to get that all important. Now, let's come to the big one that happened. So Arsenal played against Brentford. First of all, Arsenal started in goal Ramsdale. I didn't even know that Aaron Ramsdale was David Raya was on loan to Arsenal. And if you watch Aaron Ramsdale today, Aaron Ramsdale is a better shot stopper than David Raya. In terms of shot stopping, he's better than David Raya. It's same as David De Gea and then Andre Onana. David De Gea is an excellent shot stopper than Andre Onana. But as an all-round goalkeeper, that gives you every bit of everything. Ball playing out in the back, long balls, everything. Imposing himself in the back line, being aggressive for set pieces, coming out to clean crosses and whatnot. Raya is a better goalkeeper all-round than Aaron Ramsdale. Now, once the game got in, you knew that because Ramsdale obviously has sat on the bench for a very long time, was going to be a little bit rusty. But even quite apart from that, Brentford knew, and they knew that they had to press him. Johan Wissa pressed aggressively, and because that's all important equalizer for Brentford just before halftime. But this is the importance of why you need a settled-minded goalkeeper, a goalkeeper who knows exactly what he's doing on the ball, whether to go long. And David Raya will consistently go long from balls like that, because especially in a game like that, you want to go long, you want to win the second ball, you want to be aggressive, and then you want to play for it. And that's exactly what it is. So that's the difference between those two sets of goalkeepers. In this modern day and age, there is more about goalkeeping than just shot stopping. You want to prevent quality chances from being created against you. You want to make sure you control games from your goalkeeper. You want to make sure that you go long and you're able to win the second balls as aggressive as you are, and then your long balls are accurate enough to go to your players. And it starts from the goalkeeper. And that's the reason why goalkeepers like Aaron Ramsdale may be second fiddle to people like David Raya, who are better with their feet and also not so bad or average with shot stopping. When you add the two, they become an all-round goalkeeper better than David Raya. Now, Arsenal, of course, went into this game with the two centre-backs, Gabriel Magalhaes, William Saliba, Benjamin White, and then Kyriel. Now, again, I said earlier on that there's a reason why a lot of the teams in the English Premier League are prioritizing physicality. Now, look at Arsenal's backline. Look at Magalhaes, look at Saliba, and then look at Kyriel. These are three physical specimens at the back, because they knew that Brentford are very physical. They knew that the English Premier League is physical. While you want to control the game from a technical point of view, you also need a lot of physicality. You need that Brentford are going to go long. Now, in going long, you need aggressive aerial dwellers. You need monsters. You need dual monsters in there. And Kyriel is that guy. He's aggressive. He's a winner up top. He was always going to battles. Even if there was in Bologna, was going to go into battles with him. Johan Wissa is relatively smaller than Ivan Toney. You could tell Ivan Toney never stopped. He was always in battles with Magalhaes and Saliba. There were times where the ball is floated and Magalhaes would climb on Ivan Toney and then head the ball. It was domineering stuff because the area was his area. And that is where Arsenal are in terms of team building. At some point in time, they were not here. You build teams like this, you make mistakes, you bring in a physicality to the game, you bring in a technical players as well, you garnish it together. It becomes a proper cocktail of technical and physical team. Put everything together and get results. Of course, I think one of the players that doesn't get results at Arsenal, doesn't get a lot of plaudits at Arsenal, has been Benjamin White and his quality. Quality across the field of play. You look at Benjamin White and you look at what he gives you on the ball and off the ball. And my colleague, Michael Sarabodi on Twitter pointed out to me about why I should watch Benjamin White off the ball. His off the ball runs are so good, coming inside to make it compact, to stay close when they are building up, when he's without the ball, when he makes the overlapping runs and pushes up, when he has to open up and let Saliba drop into his zone, then he pushes up. It is everything for a player, and he set up the 2 goals Arsenal scored. First one for Declan Rice, the second one for Kai Havertz. We'll talk about those 2 goals explicitly later. But in the middle of the park, of course, Arsenal went into it with Kai Havertz and Jorginho. And I've said that that's a complementing pair. One of them, Jorginho, is a dictator of the pace of the game, controls the game, calms, composure, everything, short passes, long passes, everything. But then there is the eater of space and the counter press monster in Benjamin White, who sniffs danger, closes in, counter presses, wins the ball back for Jorginho to tidy it up and play for it. Of course, Martin Odegaard was up top as the number 10, then there's Kai Havertz, there's Bukayo Saka and Leandro Trossard. And that was exactly it. Now, you look at the quality of Arsenal when they push up, and because the Conrad is supposed to do a lot of counter-attacking job, when Arsenal pressing up and able to go and attack, he's in the box. And that's exactly why that's Benjamin White's cause founding. And I think it was explicitly done. It was done excellently. And Arsenal went up by a goal to 0. Albeit Ramsdale made a mistake later on. Brentford were down 1-1, and in the second half, total dominant. It was an onslaught from Arsenal, consistently going at Brentford, counter pressing, set pieces, everything. And both teams are 2 of the best set piece teams in the English Premier League. Again, they didn't want to compete for concede for set pieces, and it was intriguing to watch. It was an art form to watch what Arsenal were trying to do when they were hard on the ball in set pieces, and what Brentford were trying to do to stop Arsenal in set pieces. Now, Arsenal on top of the English Premier League, it sets the tone for tomorrow's game. Manchester City find it difficult to go away and beat Liverpool. If Liverpool are without Ibu Konate, then I'm worried for them, because Konate is an important player, especially in dealing with Erling Haaland. Virgil van Dijk alone can be separated. Manchester City are excellent in creating separations for Kevin De Bruyne, for Phil Foden, who make a lot of inside and outside runs on the right hand side. make a lot of overload for you, make it difficult for you, whilst Jeremy Doku keeps that. So you need Ibu Konate in set pieces also to deal with the runs of Erling Haaland, whilst Virgil van Dijk reads the game excellently and then nicks the ball in the back, steps into danger, clears it and tidies up for Liverpool. That is the little issue that I see in this Liverpool game. Trent is not going to be the big deal at all. If Curtis Jones is back into the team, that's excellent, because now they're going to have an excellent box-to-box player, somebody that eats up space at the back, goes up front, wins possession, creates chances, scores goals for Liverpool. He's very important. Mind you, he's a Liverpool player and he embodies everything Liverpool. If he's in there, he's going to lead the charge, of course, with Harvey Elliott. I hear Mohamed Salah is returning into the team. I see Liverpool this season don't tend to manipulate the ball so much. They don't tend to kick the ball so much. They are more direct. They are more transitional. They do a lot of bypassing of the midfield, going out wide, and then they stretch you with Mohamed Salah and their wingers in there up front. My bigger issue with Manchester United, with Liverpool, is when they are playing against City, how they can stop City from slowing down the game. They don't have to let City slow down the game. If City slows down the game, then they may have to fall back and defend their box. They have to be more aggressive in their press. That's why the likes of Bradley are going to be very important in leading the press. Darwin Nunez is important in leading the press. Luis Diaz is important in leading the press up front to win the ball back for Liverpool and then help them carry the ball forward. It's important in that regard. But I mean, we see how the game goes. I still think it hangs in the balance. Anybody can get it. I'm just more aligned to Liverpool than to Manchester City, but we'll see how that game goes. Then tomorrow there is a big game as well. On Monday, actually, Chelsea has a 6-pointer game against Newcastle, and I didn't mention that. When you look at Newcastle's team, especially the team that they've had in recent times, there have been some injuries that Newcastle have had, and when you look at the injuries that they've had, when you look at the kind of games that they've played in, when you look at how those games haven't gone particularly well for them, now you ask yourself, are they going to be in the right frame of mind to come and play at Stamford Bridge? Also, Chelsea tend to feel when there's a lot of pressure, when they have to win games and there's a lot of physicality on the board, especially when Mauricio Pochettino said that all throughout the week Conor Gallagher hasn't played, but that doesn't mean that he has been ruled out of the game. If Conor is in this game, then it means that there is a lot of quality for Chelsea in terms of winning second balls, being aggressive and taking the game to Newcastle United. The game is on Monday at 8 p.m. Ghana time in there, and it's a tough game in there for Chelsea. And we're expecting that if it comes Malo Gusto at the right back, Marco Correa may return. Levi Cole is out injured. Of course, Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez in the middle of the pack. I want to make sure, I hope that Cesar Casadei gets a part to play, even when Conor Gallagher is fit, because he's going to add height and physicality in the middle of the park for Chelsea, and Chelsea needs it, especially when they're playing against Newcastle, who are going to be very transitional, who will go on the long balls. Chelsea need to be aggressive in the second balls. They need to win them, and the ball ought to stick. It has to stick. Like, if you play against a team like Newcastle and then the ball doesn't stick, they play second balls, they win it, then they go in confidence, especially if they're playing away from home and their away fans when they're in the stadium. They make it difficult for you to get it from them. The gameplay is to use Bruno Guimaraes to go long to the likes of Bruno Guimaraes, long style, be aggressive in the middle of the park, but Chelsea should be able to be combative enough, because Moises Caicedo is slowly picking up, being very, very good on and off the ball for Chelsea, playing excellent stuff in such games that they are having this season. And then, of course, Joe Willock also in the middle of the park for Newcastle. Anthony Gordon may be very, very difficult for Chelsea to close down. It was important, and I think it's a game of physicality that Chelsea lost away at Tyneside. This time, Chelsea need to be more upfront, more physical, win those battles, be aggressive on Ishak, and then of course the three centre backs at the back who are monsters: Botman, Fabian Schär, and then Dan Burn. Of course, you add Kieran Trippier to it. Kieran, I'm hearing that may not be fit for the game, but that's the game. It's going to be a more physical game. Chelsea need to match the physicality of Newcastle. It's not in terms of technical ability. Chelsea are better technically, but it's about the physicality. And immediately Chelsea do this, a 6-pointer for Chelsea. You get the win here, you are straight into getting European place. And Mauricio Pochettino knows this. People are asking a lot of questions. Can Chelsea win this? Can Chelsea not win this? How is Chelsea going to be able to win this? How are Chelsea going to be able to tune themselves to be able to find spaces, time, and create chances against Newcastle? Physicality is the key to this. Guys, it has been a long, about 30 minutes on the live and here on the video. Thank you very much for choosing me. If you're not subscribed, please do subscribe to the channel and turn on notification. So then I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.